Hi, we're back.
Where's your mask?
It wasn't very comfortable. And we're not exactly practicing social distancing anyway.
Okay, so let's get to the topic.
Okay, let's look at it.
You may recall that we looked at the concordance software. I took the corpus text file and I went through and I had done a find and replaced all of the be verbs with literally the word be. Let's talk quickly about the be verbs again, since this isn't a grammar class and you might not remember it. There are 8 be verbs: is, are, am, was, were, be, being, been. They all serve the same function grammatically. I am happy, you are happy, she is happy. I was happy, you were happy. Don't worry, be happy. This is a picture of us being happy. There have been times when we were happy. I actually think of them as is verbs, but they call them be verbs. I can't change that. But they serve the same grammatical function. They just vary based on the pronouns around them and some grammatical rules. So if you want to do concordance analysis, it can be reasonable to turn them all into the word be because the computer's doing it. And then what happened is you can search on be and you can see every place in all these comments on my teaching where somebody used a statement with a be verb, making it essentially an assignment. And there were, if I go all the way down, 152 of them. And then we can talk about what are the words that come after them, and we'll deal with that more later. But the concordance software allowed us to do that once I'd made those changes. The problem, of course, is this isn't working on everybody's computer. You can actually do something very much like this in Excel. It takes a little bit more work. And I'll show you. First, you have to go through the same replace process. You want to replace all the be verbs with be. Now I'm going to do something a little bit different here. I'm going to put a pound sign and I don't know, the ampersand. I'm putting special characters in there and keeping the same spacing. So it's space, is, space, space, pound sign, be, ampersand, space. Replace them all. Did 50 of them. Then I need to do that for all of them. Now it's going to get boring if you watch me do them all, so I'm going to pause the video while I finish, but you'd want to do this for is, are, am, was, were, be, being, and been.
Don't know why you're pausing the video. You're pretty boring anyway.
Stat, that wasn't very nice.
No one said I was nice.
Okay, hang on.
We're back.
Yeah, we're back. Okay, I've replaced all the be verbs with this kind of weird text string with the be in it. Why did I do that? Well, stuff we've already covered in the earlier videos. I'm going to go into this, select that entire column, go text to columns, and say every place where I have a pound symbol, I want you to break the text into columns. So a couple of things. Don't really need this anymore. It doesn't serve a purpose for what I'm trying to do. And now this first comment, notice what happens in column B. It starts with the word be. So this I can delete, since I'm just trying to do a be analysis. Now the problem is I don't know how many columns I have because someone could have had a be verb 4, 5, 10 times in their comment. And I'm not trying to keep this comment together with this comment. I'm not worried about this particular person's opinion. I'm just trying to analyze what happens with be. So I'm going to take each of these and sort them. I want to continue with my current selection. I do not want to expand. I want to get all the blanks out. So I've got in column A now 49 B comments. I want to do this. Again, it's a little tedious. for every column. I'm going to make these columns narrower at the moment so we can see better. And I have to keep doing this until I run out of comments. Oops, not a custom sort, my mistake. I should be getting fewer and fewer things to sort each time I do this. And when you think you're running out of stuff to sort, one way to check is to just, oh, that widened out. There must still be data. Notice it didn't stick with its original width. So there must be something there. Sure enough, go to J. Even J, there must be something. And K, oh, it must be something in K. How about L? I've still got stuff. So yes, this is a lot of work. But as long as okay, it stopped. It didn't get any wider. There must be nothing in that column. So all the way out to column L, I now have all the information that I need. I still need to get it all in one row. So I'm going to make my life easier, make all these a bit narrower. But I know in my mind, L is how far out I have to go. So I'm going to take everything in column B. I'm doing a cut paste so I don't lose track, and add it to column A. I'm going to do the same thing in column C. And I have to do this all the way out to column L. Again, it's going to get tedious, so I will pause the video and finish it off, and then you can do it on your own, and then I'll be back in a minute.
That was tedious.
Yes, it was a little bit tedious. I just went into each column, copied it down to the bottom. So all my comments are now in column A. I'm a little concerned. The concordance software said I had 152 instances of be verbs. I found 151. So I'm guessing I messed up. I'm guessing the concordance software is probably more accurate than me. And when you start moving data around and copying the way that I'm doing it, that is a risk. Only lost one, that's not too bad. I can make them all the same width. I have no label, so when I go down and see that there's 151, there actually are 151. There's no label. I'm going to sort it alphabetically. Well, now we have kind of the same information that we had right here. Be a bit boring, be a bit confusing, be a bit over my head. Be so hard, be a bit boring, be a bit confusing, be a bit over my head. Be a great laid-back teacher. Be a great tool, great laid-back teacher. We're getting the same information. I can't completely process now what do you want to do with the information. And if you really want to mess with it, you can use another text to columns. That's why I put the ampersand and separate this one more time. But the same kind of question pops up. I would have a concordance text analysis question of what is the most common word that follows be, a be verb about my teaching. And you're going to have to decide, and this is a statistical decision, do you want to take off the us and focus on the word after? Do you want to look for the nouns? Is or a bit what you're looking for? Or are you looking for boring? It's boring. It's confusing. Over my head. Those are decisions you have to make as a statistician. Statisticians have to make decisions like that all the time. And as we saw in the concordance software, there's a lot of varies. So do you want to focus on, if you're doing an analysis, how many times the word vary was used, or vary what? Do you want to focus on the difficult, difficult, hard, hard, helpful, 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 organized, prepared? Is that what you want to focus on? Those are all decisions statisticians make, even though it's when you get raw data like this. So you can take this, once you make those decisions, what really counts as words that follow B, and you could make a probability distribution showing what are the most common descriptive words following a be verb in the comments on my teaching. That's enough for that one. You might want to try that yourself, but I think I might make that an optional assignment. So we'll see that later.